Jacob leaned over the glowing monitor, rubbing his tired eyes. The lab was quiet except for the low hum of machines and the tapping of keys. His girlfriend Elena stood across the room staring at the massive telescope feed projected onto the wall. Jacob, you need to look at this, she said, her voice shaking. Jacob rolled his chair over. Another asteroid? He asked. They worked at one of the world's leading space research centers, so strange objects weren't unusual. Elena zoomed in on the image. A dark shape moved slowly across the stars, but it wasn't like any asteroid they had seen before. It looked alive. Um, that's not a rock, Jacob whispered. Elena nodded. I know, it changed direction on its own. Asteroids don't do that. They ran more scans, more calculations, more simulations. Every result came back the same. Something was heading toward Earth, and it wasn't natural. Within an hour, alarms filled the lab. Other scientists rushed in, staring at the screen in disbelief. It's slowing down, one of them said. No, Jacob replied quietly. It's steering. The room went silent. Elena turned to him. We have to report this, now. Jacob swallowed. The president won't believe this. Then we make him believe. 2 hours later, Jacob and Elena sat in a secure video room, facing a large screen. On it was the President of the United States, along with military leaders and scientists from the world. This better be important, the President said. Jacob took a deep breath. Sir, something is approaching Earth. It's not an asteroid, it's a spacecraft, and our scans show biological movement inside it. The room erupted with voices. Biological? You mean aliens? That's impossible. Elena spoke firmly. We also detected signals, not radio, not anything human, and the heat readings show hundreds of life forms. The president leaned forward. What kind of life forms? Jacob hesitated, then brought up the final scan. The image showed tall creatures with huge round heads and one single eye in the middle of their face. Their mouths were wide and full of sharp teeth. We don't know exactly what they are, Jacob said, but based on the data, they eat meat. Silence filled the room. Then the president whispered, prepare evacuation plans. 3 days later, the sky turned red. People around the world watched as the strange ship entered Earth's atmosphere. It didn't crash. It landed in the ocean with a massive explosion of water. At first, nothing happened. Then the water began to move. Huge shapes rose from the waves, tall, gray creatures with one glowing eye and long arms. They crawled onto ships, onto beaches, onto cities near the coast, and they started eating. Screams filled the streets as the one-eyed monsters grabbed people and bit into them like animals. Bullets barely slowed them down. Jacob and Elena watched from the emergency command center. It's too fast, Elena cried. They're everywhere.